Hello, hi, and welcome to EmpathicFire. I'm your reader, Jay. These are going to be general messages for the sign of Gemini in mid-March 2019. Hello, Gemini. Oh, man. Are you guys surprised to see me? I'm not so surprised to see you because I know I decided to do this a couple days ago, or yesterday, I guess. Yeah, if you've been with my channel for a while, you know I usually just do monthlies and birthday readings, but Mercury retrograde, new ideas, you know, thinking outside the box, doing shit you never normally would do, so here we are with the mid-month. Went ahead and shuffled off camera. That's your main spread there. 4 cards this time, not 6. What I'll do now is I'll shuffle for your outcome and your overall energy. Once all the cards are out and they're lying face up, that's when the reading begins. You can look in the description box below if you want to use the timestamp to jump ahead. Also down there is information you need if you want to get a personal reading with me. Now, listen, Gemini, listen. I was just sitting here because I lay the spread and then I do like another little like mini like mantra, mini meditation. And I was shuffling like I normally do. And you were just popping cards out left and right. Boom, boom, boom. And it took me a long time to get to a point where I could do the intro. What did I see? Justice. So some of you might be having issues with the legal system, or you're looking for justice. You are looking to enact justice or receive justice. I think I saw the 5 of Wands, so maybe some flare-ups. Or what did I see? Maybe it wasn't 5 of Wands? I don't know. What was the other one? High Priestess, so some issues with your intuition or a lack of knowledge, a lack of understanding, something like that. So you have a lot of stuff going on, basically is what I'm getting. Let's find out if that's true. Let's get your outcome for mid-March, okay? Mid-March outcome for Gemini in March 2019. And now nothing's coming out. Interesting. Oh my gosh. Oh, that was pokey. This was pokey. Yes, okay. Interesting. I've taken to pulling cards sometimes now. If you've been with me, you know I don't usually pull. I usually let the cards come flying out. But sometimes they're like, hey you, listen to us. Pull that card. Let's flip this over, see what's going on. And flip that over and see what's going on. Alright, please show me Gemini's prominent energy in mid-March, please. Please show me Gemini's prominent energy in mid-March. Please show me. Okay. Thank you. That was interesting. The way because when okay, you don't see me. When I do that, I close my eyes, I tilt my head back, all this fun stuff that I do. It's kind of creepy, I guess. But when they confirmed your position, Gemini, my head turned really sharply to the right. I don't know if that means anything to any of you, but that was just kind of interesting to have a physical reaction to being told it's that one. All right, so coming into mid-March, you come in with the 5 of Swords. So on the defense, yeah, look at that. These two under fire. Accusations with those 5 swords, yeah? People coming at you sharply, people coming at you quickly, people coming at you wanting to pick a fight, wanting to hear some answers or you know, have you explain yourself, or they want to tear you down. It all depends on your situation. It also depends on your perspective. And let me go ahead and give you a caveat with that very quickly, Gemini. Your perspective is subjective. So they're attacking me. Are they? They are trying to destroy me. Are they? They want to pick a fight. Maybe it's just a discussion or a conversation. All they want to do is argue with me. But you're the one with the raised voice right now. If you're enlightened, or if you're trying to be enlightened, or if you're trying to do anything that I would quickly deem that's on the path of ascension, or a path of ascension, your perspective is subjective. Be careful. And of course, sword suit Your suit, air sign energy, so that's all about communication. That's all about thought. And the aim with that is to be objective, objective truth, objective argumentation, but it's always through the filter of a human mind, of a human voice. That's always subjective. So there's sort of like this interesting irony I always find with the air signs and or the sword suit. It's all about truth, it's all about communication and clarity, but it's usually through the lens of a human's experience or some human experience. So be careful. But I think genuinely most of you are being mostly honest with yourselves. Some of you are not. You're just not being honest with yourselves. You're not being honest in the situation, because the other thing about the Five of Swords, it is about disagreements, it is about arguments, and it's usually someone in the situation, but it can be more than one person, wants to win at all costs, doesn't want to put the swords down, doesn't want to put the fight down, doesn't want to argue with logic or argue and have an end in sight. They want to keep the argument going. So for some of you, could be you, could be someone else in this situation. There are multiple people on this card, and we can assume there are multiple people off of the edges of the card because of those Five Swords, yeah? So in the situation in general, there are people who just want to see this thing keep churning, doesn't want to see it wrapped up, don't want to see it come to an end or some type of solution. The argument is more important than anything. Winning the argument is more important than anything. There it is. Winning is more important than being right. Winning is more important than being fair or just. Winning above all costs. Okay? Oy, 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 oy. My gosh. And that's a bright idea. That's a bright idea. Yeah, that's a bright idea. Okay, sure it is. They threw that. I'm not saying it's a bright idea. They put that phrase in my head, and I was just like, no, it's not. But that is somebody's mantra. That's somebody's MO. That's somebody's decree. It's a bright idea. And everybody else is looking at this person, looking at you, Gemini, maybe, and they're like, what are you smoking? Because that's not a good idea. Again, swords, communication, thought, but also, the seedlings of idea. Not the seedlings, but how you articulate your ideas, how you transmit them to other people, how you transmit them to the world, yeah? Now, coming next to it, and that's why I laughed, because I knew we were going next door to this position, and then I looked and I was like, that's the Ten of Wands. Not a bright idea. No. Nope. Ten of Wands, burdensome, traditionally. Not showing it much on this card, and the reason I use different decks is because I do want the chance to interpret them differently, but they want me to start off with and possibly only talk about the traditional interpretation of the Ten of Wands, which is burden, heavy, rough, tedious in some cases, and arrogant or ignorant is how they're making me feel about this. Because if you're familiar with tarot, particularly the Rider-Waite deck, the traditional deck, it's showing a guy carrying 10 wands in a bundle, but they're in his arms, and his head is bowed, and he's moving forward. He's walking forward, but the wands are in front of his face, and his head is down, so he has no proper perspective. It's like a bull in a china shop almost, but without the aggression. It's just like, but it's with that ignorance. Like, that whole cliched phrase, bull in a china shop. Well, who the hell brought a bull into this china shop? What idiot did that? That's kind of what I'm feeling. It's like your bright idea or someone's bright idea, Gemini, and someone thinking it's a bright idea, idiotic. No, I don't mean to be offensive, but this is how they want me to tell you. It's not smart at all. At all. It's not intelligent. It's not savvy. It's not beneficial. And I think I said something earlier here about it not being right or correct or fair or just. It's all of that. And so to continue with this behavior here gives you this. Continues the burden for you, for other people, for whatever we're talking about. This is super general. I'm not getting this in any specific area. I'm not feeling love or business or anything like that. So, my gosh, I don't know why. These are persisting. These go hand in hand. There's no breaking from this. At least in this time frame, whatever time frame this falls out for you or plays out in your life. Nope. This is the plan. Let's stick to the plan. That plan is dangerous. That plan is silly. That plan has no benefit. Stick to it. Sir, please. Nope. Do it. Ma'am, I think we should reconsider. No, we're not. So thank you. I was like, why am I talking in this way? And maybe this is going to result or hit for a lot of you in your business sector or your working scenario. Is I'm also getting no negotiations here in the Ten of Wands. No negotiations. And then they bring me back to the traditional depiction where the guy's carrying those wands in his arms. It's okay, thank you. What they're showing me is that guy with the wands walking towards whatever he's walking towards, and someone comes up and says, "Hey, can I help you carry those?" No. Okay, and that person walks off. Somebody else comes by with a cart. "Oh, hey, I've got this cart and I'm not doing anything with it right now. Do you want to borrow it so you can move those wands easier?" "Nah, I'm good." "All right, have a good day." And they walk off. Someone comes up with a donkey or a mule or a horse or a Jetta, a Volkswagen Jetta, I don't know, or a freaking Ford F-150. "Hey man, those wands look like they're really giving you a hard time. Why don't you put them in the back of my truck, hop up in the passenger seat, and we'll drive them to wherever you want to go, and on the way, let's get some lunch. I'm fine carrying these wands by myself." And everybody's like, "Okay," and they leave. So someone is persistent in carrying a burden. And that's the other thing they want me to tell you. Traditionally, or in many other readings you'll see, and even in my own readings, a lot of times we'll say the 10 is a culmination point. I feel that's semi-true here, but ultimately, this could have been done a long time ago. This didn't have to carry on for as long as it's carried on. Someone has deliberately extended the strife, the stress, the burden of a situation when they didn't have to. Winning at all costs, arguing for the sake of arguing. What the hell is going on, Gemini? Who is this person? Is it you? Might be you. If it's not you, God help you. God help you. And if it is you, God help you too. Everybody, help them, Lord. Now, what else do we have here? Right, just charging in. And passionately. So above that Five of Swords energy, you've got the Knight of Wands. So full steam ahead. And that's the thing. The Knight of Wands moves based on his instincts, based on his passions, based on his lust in some cases, based on his lust. Just a desire and a drive for the experience to see what shakes up or what shakes out or what happens when I mount my skeleton horse and I ride through the middle of this town. What's gonna happen? What's gonna happen if I charge through, like I'm imagining like old medieval kind of scenes or something like that. And this guy's like, what if I just charge through this procession of nuns who are crossing the street, you know, going to their vegetable garden to plant the Lord's seeds? What if I just pile or drive right through those women? What's gonna happen? So it's like, the curiosity to see the result or see what happens after a certain action is taken, despite the mayhem or the damage that can be caused. This is not the traditional, I shouldn't say that. It's not what the Knight of Wands normally does, but because he's attached to that Five of Swords, yeah, he's just going to do what he wants to do. And I'm saying you could be a female. The person that you're thinking this could be a female. No gender, okay? Wow. Okay, that's interesting. And it's on the Ten of Wands too, but I'm not going to pick that card up. Notice the flowers. The roses, or what we can assume is like a rose-like flower, yeah? This person does these things from... I'm excited because I love when I say things and then I can go back and point to why I said them. This person with the roses, they think, and they might actually be carrying roses when they do this, they think what they're doing is out of love. It's an act of love. It's a demonstration of their love. It shows their compassion or their tenderness, something. It's like this effusive feeling behind their actions. And the reason I got excited is because, again, I told you this Knight of Wands is attached to that Five of Swords. And what did I tell you about the swords? It's your perception or your perspective is subjective. What this person believes is subjective. I love you. And I don't want to say that this is your situation, but it might be the situation of someone who's watching. And if it is, I apologize. I want you to get help. Don't stay there. But like the image they showed me was an abusive husband or an abusive spouse. It doesn't have to be a man to a woman or a man to a man. It could be a woman to whoever. But I love you. Punch to the gut. I love you. Slapped across the face. Thrown to the floor. Smacked upside the head with an object. And then after the tears, after the distress, after the traumatic moment spent lying in the fetal position with blood dripping down your face, I love you, baby. What? Get help? Don't sit in that shit. Don't sit in that shit. Maybe you're the one persisting if you're the abused person. Maybe they're acting out of love and you both push this burden forward and you don't have to. Okay? I hope that's not anybody's scenario, but if it is, for God's sakes, get help. Get your family, get your friends, get the police, get somebody, I mentioned nuns earlier, go down to your local church. Show them your bruises. Show them the threatening text messages. Play the crazy voicemail where they're threatening you. And then the voicemail after, I'll be home for dinner. I can't wait to see you. What? You threatened to kill me. You threatened to hurt me. And then you say, I'm going to come home for dinner. I can't wait to see you. What kind of crazy shit is that? That might be some of your situations. I want to get out of that because that's not for everybody. Let me get out of that. All right. Yeah. Oh my God. And then I look down and I'm like, what's next? What's left? Three of Pentacles in reverse. My God. This is not an ideal partnership. Okay. Three of Pentacles normally, traditionally shows three people. They're negotiating over a contract. They're in a cathedral. Blah, 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 blah. And that energy is here. I'll show you this upright because that's what I was like. Oh my God. Look. Listen. Look what this guy's doing. He's trying to make things grow. He's trying to cultivate a plant, some crops. They're growing in the upright. Slow progress from nothing to a little bit of something to a nice little petal, some petals right there. Okay? But you got it in reverse, man. You got it in reverse, Gemini. Nothing is growing out of this situation. Nothing is prospering. Nothing is becoming fruitful. Nothing. This partnership, this relationship, this if this is self-belief or something internal in you, no, man, not working out. No, you're not gonna get the fruit that you want. Leave it. Leave it. Get out of it. Stop it. If you're perpetrating it, stop it. That is totally turned down. No. Shut it down. Shut it down. That's it. Shut it down. Wow, they're so insistent on this. Shut it down. Nope. Gotta stop it. Gotta stop it. Ooh. Oh, man. And of course, like, that applies to that very distressful, that very disturbing scenario of an abusive relationship. But if this is like, this could be party behavior. If this is your child, right? Your teenager, your young adult child, binge drinking, staying out all hours, hanging out with certain people, misdemeanors, on the, building up a little rap sheet. Gotta stop it. We gotta stop this. Intervention. Something has to be done here. Okay? I don't know what. It's a general reading. I can't get super specific, but pooh, shut it down. Outcome. for this mid-March period. Knight of Swords. Yeah, Knight of Swords. I almost said King of Swords. Knight of Swords. So here's another knight. Ooh, what did I say? Hanging out with the wrong crowd? Maybe this Knight of Swords and this Knight of Wands are best friends. I don't know. But they're wanting me to... Because this is also a hasty energy. This is also an energy traditionally that shows fast, 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 go, go, go. And having oftentimes very little regard for other people or how the situation is going to turn out. Now, that could apply. Could be you, could be someone else. Air sign energy. I don't know if I mentioned Knight of Wands, fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Doesn't mean that any of those people are in your life, but that is the energy of the card. That's what the Wands represents. Knight of Swords, air sign energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Partners in crime, maybe, for some of you, or someone in this situation. 2 people, 3 people, 5 people, I don't know. The interesting part that they want me to talk about is eating that sword. Eating that sword. Swallowing the truth. Because again, swords are meant to be clarity and truth. So it's coming in 3 different ways. Swallowing the truth. So what does that mean? Someone's lying. Someone's lying. Or someone's lying by omission. They're not saying anything. When you have a sword down your throat, are you one who's like ready for conversation? Probably not. So this person might know a truth, might be able to express the truth, but instead of doing it, they swallow it. Now, the other thing is swallowing lies. So instead of taking that sword out of the mouth, holding it up in a just way, in a noble way, they shove it down their throat. Okay? What was the third way? There was a third way, and then I lost it, I think. So swallowing truth, swallowing lies. Eating the truth. Another form of swallowing truth. But this could be that someone has a rude awakening. Okay? Could be this crazy guy up here, this Knight of Wands. He's going to wake up to a rude awakening. I'm Elmer Fudd all of a sudden. A rude awakening. So having to confront the truth, having the truth sort of just appear, or is thrown in your face, or is you're confronted with the truth. You're confronted with some stark reality, and it's quick. I feel in this deck he doesn't look like he's fast, but he's freaking fast. I'm telling you, this guy's fast. And I'm saying guy, male pronouns, no gender here, could be a woman. Oh, Gemini, what the hell is going on with you? I don't know what this is, man. Good luck. Overall energy for the mid-March period is the World card. Fixed sign energy. I've been led to talk about the majors and the signs associated with them. So fixed sign energy being Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius. End of an era. Whoo! Whoo! End of an era. I told you, shut it down. End of an era. She got that scythe, which is associated with death. She is not death, but that's associated with death. She's got that hourglass there. Something's getting wrapped up. Wrap it up. Box it up. The good, the bad, the ugly, get it out of here. Something's changing for you or in your life. Here we go. In your environment, I'm feeling with the World card. In your environment, something is ending. Something is shutting down. Something is changing. Forever. Death. Again, she's not death, but with that scythe there, she's giving me the impressions of death. Something is ending in your environment forever, Gemini. Forever. Done and dusted. Okay? I'm also, ooh, God, here we go. I'm also drawn to how she's dressed. Looks like a bride. Looks like a wedding dress. Is your wife, Gemini, ending something with you? Are you the wife and you're ending something with your partner? Ooh. And with the World, traveling, movement. Moving away from something, moving towards something. But there's this transition and an ending. Yikes. I hope it's in your best interest. I hope you're safe as these endings and these transitions come about. Peace and blessings to you guys, man. I don't know what this is. This was like super general. I mean, aside from that one storyline, they don't want me to get deep into it because you know more than I do, okay? Wow. Good luck, guys, okay? Gemini, that is your mid-March reading. If you liked it, which is, you know, up for debate, but if there was something that resonated with you, hitting the like button, leaving me a comment, sharing the video, and of course subscribing to my channel, doing all of those things lets me know, lets YouTube know that something here was positive or something here was interesting, something here was relative to your experience. If you want to do that, that's amazing. I might be back doing these in mid-April. I think I will, but, you know, I started this in the retrograde, so, you know, when you start things in the retrograde or you end things in the retrograde, it might not be the smartest move, so we'll see. But if I am, I will see you then, okay? Thank you guys so much for watching. Take care. Bye.